For more on the refugee crisis and the EU's proposed relocation program, we're joined by Bill Frelick. He's the director of the Human Rights Watch's refugee program. Bill, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
The EU ministers met just the other day, agreed to relocate more than 100,000 refugees, but they have yet to work out the details. There's been talks about these quotas, but they don't want to vote on it till next month. So will it be too late by then?
Well, I mean, all they've really agreed on in principle is 40,000. They only have pledges of less than 35,000. And now they're talking about, adding another 120,000 to that, with no agreement by member states, and some of the member states, the UK in particular, folding their arms and saying they want nothing to do with it. So they're a long way away from agreement. I think it certainly is something that Chancellor Merkel and others that are saying we desperately need to have a rational plan for sharing this responsibility among EU member states. But as long as there's a lack of cooperation, a lack of solidarity among those states, the prospects don't look good, and the numbers do keep growing despite fences going up. So keeping pace, I mean, the idea that they were talking about 40,000 back in July to be spread among 28 member states over a 2-year period, that very month, there were 50,000 new arrivals coming into Greece. So you can see that there is a dislocate between Brussels and what's happening actually on the ground. And the meetings that are taking place this week show clearly that there still has not been a willingness to seize this issue and to actually demonstrate a commitment for a response that shows coordination and a realization that one country can't bear the brunt of this.
Well, everyone's doing different things, as you mentioned. Hungary just closed its border, detaining those who attempt to cross it. Others are imposing more registration, more checks. Are these changes already worsening a dire situation, creating a backlog of sorts? It's keeping people from going forward, really?
There are a number of backlogs that are occurring right now. But yes, I mean, you basically have each country for itself. And what that means is, Greece puts up a fence, which was really the first to do it. Bulgaria puts up a fence. Hungary puts up a fence. Of course, that's going to promote other fence building, fence creations on the part of other countries as well. That's certainly not the solution to the problem. It's deflecting movement of people. It's not really recognizing that 90% of the people coming in via Greece, from Turkey through Greece this year, are coming from refugee-producing countries, primarily Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Eritrea, and Somalia.
Bill, we have about a minute left. What do you make quickly about these camps that they're discussing, putting these relocation camps in North Africa, also Italy and Greece? Sounds like a short-term solution.
Well, the basic thing that seems to be going on here is, well, we can't agree amongst ourselves how to handle this problem. We're going to deflect it to those outside of the European Union, into Serbia, for example, into Macedonia, into Turkey, and even further afield into Africa. But what they're doing is deflecting the problem into countries that have even less capacity to handle it, that don't have a commitment to rights-respecting procedures and standards for granting asylum. And even if reception conditions are as bad as they are in some of these European sites, I think they would be even worse if you started warehousing people in Africa.
All right, Bill Frelick, we appreciate your time. Human Rights Watch, hope to see you again soon.